Alright, today we're going to learn how to paint this style I call Dazzling Drips. Alright, the question of the day is, where did I work in the art field outside of being an artist? Alright, let's run through the colors. Van Dyke Brown, Quin Red, Quin Orange, Red Oxide, Phthalo Green, Sap Green, Ultramarine Blue, Cobalt Blue, Quin Blue, Turquoise, Cobalt Teal, Primary Yellow, Titanium White, Mars Black. Alright, today we're going to do a painting in a style I call Dazzling Drips. Alright, we just laid in kind of that brown layer, really dark, and then we got a little bit of this kind of rust color coming through here. It's more prevalent here. We have the purple kind of breaking through there. I'm not sure I like that combination, but what I'm going to do is bring back in those purples and blues and kind of tone down this redness and see what happens on this layer. So the question was, what other job did I have in art field besides being an artist? And that was an art gallery manager. So I worked at this place called Salon de Art. They still exist. They're basically based out of Berkeley, and they do pop-up events. So it was really interesting because you organize around wineries, high-end locations like Ritz-Carlton, and it's mostly works on paper, a few paintings, but primarily like the really easy to sell stuff. Picasso, pop artists like Warhol, Lichtenstein, some older stuff like Rembrandt, and a couple other things like Dufy, but really a really easily sellable art. It's really a good experience, I think, as an artist to work at an art gallery. Even if you have a daytime, job, try to make, maybe a part-time job out of it or something, because you'll learn how to present art. You'll learn about the importance of art history in selling art. You learn different techniques of how to sell art. Like I used to pitch that repeatedly, how to overcome client objections, which is one of your key factors you want to face on. It's a little different selling your own art versus something like Picasso, because Picasso has a huge backstory, provenance, stories about each artwork. But so I really got into my mind about each art really needed a story to sell. And so if you're ever doing artwork, if you can add a story to it, you're going to automatically make it easier to sell, and probably increase the value of it long term, which will increase your values and how much income you make from your art. So those are kind of the key takeaways of being an art manager, and I recommend any artist to work as an art gallery salesman, at least, if maybe if you're lucky become a manager like I did, but that's my recommendation of the day. All right, we just finished. Let's take a closer look. So this has this really cool, as I mentioned the last layer, we kind of laid over a light purple, which is, really getting into those darkness. It goes into that blue overlaid, so it has more of the cobalt blue is really coming through versus that turquoise. The turquoise is pretty subtle in this. We have that kind of brown layer in the middle. I'm not crazy about that big streak going across there, but again, you'd have to kind of redo the painting to fix that. It has a really nice drip pattern in this bottom edge, and it goes obviously to the dark purple again. This one has much more of a sense of the reds coming through, and also that orange, which we had in the other layers. The other paintings so far don't have that really punchy red to go through there. So that's kind of a nice contrast, that green to the red, and then the red orange to the purple. So it has a really nice contrast, I would say, there, with the layers kind of fighting each other for dominance. Again, the middle isn't so crazy. There's almost like a face here in the middle, which is really interesting, that's forming. So we'll see how people like it. Hopefully they buy it. If you guys like it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe below. And if you want to see my full version of this, check my Patreon account. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, guys. Good.